Alright, so here I am at Miller Toyota, I think it's called. And it's going to see if the salesman does a Usain Bolt by record. But let's take a look at these Tacomas. This might actually be the way to do it. Shit. Just thought of something. So, okay, this is not for sale. Okay. It's here, but there's no point. Not for sale. Make this shit make sense. Not for sale. Sold. Okay, yeah. So these are their sold vehicles. All right. Okay, the Toyota. Yeah, I think that's a Land Cruiser. I would say a loaner. My brother got his car here, so when they give him a loaner, they put that on there, so I know that. But you know, if you really take a look, Toyota is selling. So clearly, Toyota has its diehard fans, you know. And, you know, a lot of these vehicles here are not for sale. You know, I figured I'd park way out of the way. Okay, these ones. So, but if you look, it's fucking bare bones. So you really can't see much of anything. But you clearly see Toyota sells. And looks like I got one approaching me, so I don't really want to talk to anybody today. I just want to look. But you clearly see, let's see what this guy is. Toyota. Okay, here's a Tacoma. Now, here's a perfect example. I'm 5'6". You know, this is the bed height. I can't really reach in and do that, you know, like I could in my old truck. But you can see the price of this, $55,000. Make it make sense. It's an off-road package. You know, it doesn't even have a manual. You know, Toyota was the last one to actually offer a manual. Let's see what this guy has over here. Okay, that's a 2025. But for whatever reason, Toyota's the same. GT off-road. But, you know, clearly Toyota's doing something right. TRD Pro. You know, but, you know, again, you know, which would you rather have, the naturally aspirated V6 or the turbocharged? What's up?
Can we help you with anything?
No, just looking.
Trucks?
Just looking.
Looking for trucks?
Yep. But the thing that scares me about these is the price.
Yeah, these are all. Well, we have like different models. Like they start from like 33.
Yeah, yeah.
They go up to like 55, 60.
Right, but I notice you don't really have a lot. And I run into this no matter what car brand I go through. They always have the expensive ones.
No, we have some models too. So that's an SR5 that's around like 42. And I have another one that's around like 39.
Oh,
So
a
those
little
are
bit better. Now the problem I run into a lot, and I know you can't fix it, is you can't find anything with a stick shift.
Oh yeah. We don't get it in this area.
No, nobody does. You know, to me, I think that's a reflection of poor mental health among automakers, but that's just my view.
So what they do is like it's based on the state. For this state in Virginia,
Yeah.
Nobody likes it.
Well, I don't think anybody likes it, period, no matter where you go. You know, because, you know, it's either like new bells and whistles. You know, I'm the type of guy that just wants something basic. You know, and, you know, again, that's what I was running into. Like, nobody offers a manual in a basic vehicle. You know, everything has to be, you know, bells and
So
whistles.
you're looking for
A manual transmission. And I looked on your site, and the only trims that were offered, I think, were the higher end trims, like the TRD, which again, that's, you know, I mean, I know it's not your fault. You didn't make the decision, you know. But, you know, again, well, I mean, I'll give you guys credit, or maybe Toyota credit, because your lot's empty.
Yes.
People buy Toyotas. So what's your opinion with the...
They're getting sold way before even they come in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's your opinion regarding the new drivetrains versus the old ones?
It's good. One thing with Toyota, they won't compromise on reliability.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're known for. That's what.
Well, yeah, I mean, Toyota's always been known for that. So, oh, what is this guy over here?
That's the 4x2 axis cam.
Okay. Well, I'm looking for 4x4, but this is a good specimen to look at. Yeah, it's really hard to find something, that I'm willing to bite at no matter where I go. Okay, 33,000, but again, that's a 4x2, so yeah, so that's off limits. I like the four-wheel drive, and again, I would want something like this.
Access cab.
Yep, with the four-wheel drive and a manual transmission. But if they don't put it in this trim, then I'm out of luck.
Yeah, they don't put it in.
So do you prefer the new turbocharged versus like the old school V6 I used to use?
All day long.
So you think it's more reliable?
Reliability is the same as just like
Right.
better engineering and everything.
Well, yeah, I know a lot of people, they like the old side, like the V6 or the V8 that the Tundras used to come, and yeah, so something like this, if this was like in a four-wheel drive and a manual, I'd be in your office talking to you.
I know.
But
Something really difficult to find.
I know, and I know Nissan's the only one that still uses the V6, but again, they don't offer a manual. I could be one guy just saying offer a manual and spam them, and they probably won't listen. But much like you said, they've fallen out of favor unless you're a true driving enthusiast. And obviously, we both know that automatics have come a long way.
Yeah.
Since the old school 3-speed. But I just like that third pedal. But yeah, there's nothing here that that's really catching my eye, because I know it's not your fault. But a lot of stuff is just too much stuff that I don't need. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does.
But obviously people like Toyotas, because I went to like Ford dealers, Chevy dealers, and of course the Ford and Chevy dealers, the salesmen looked like they could be track stars the way they ran. Oops, did I say that? But and I understand the market's pretty tough, but because everything's just so crazily expensive. But
Well, let's see if you like something. Let us know. We'll be here.
yeah, totally. Yeah, thank you for your time. All right, so this gentleman wasn't too bad. He wasn't following me. He didn't do a Usain Bolt impersonation. So again, that's a win for this dealer. And like I said, this deal is empty. So that means people are still buying Toyotas. And I mean, according to him, it's probably his opinion. The turbocharged i4s versus the V6, way more reliable. Whatever. I'll leave that for everybody else to decide. But anyhow, this stuff is just way over. Here's one right here. This one. Let me just see what this guy is. It's a 4Runner. I believe it's a 4Runner. Maybe it's the Land Cruiser. I don't know. Yeah, this one doesn't appear to be for sale. Whoops, it's a customer's. Whoops. I so did not mean to do that. Yeah, anyhow, let me know what you think. Are you down with like the new stuff? Would you rather see some of the old stuff come back that made Toyota known for its reliability? Anyhow, I'll talk to you.